Scrap Your Stash. My name is Pam Morin. I am a Creative Memories advisor, and we get together every Wednesday night and we hang out and have a great time. We relax together and learn new things and share ideas. And I'm so glad you're here to do that with me tonight. I am excited to get started on my calendar album this year, and I have that here with me tonight, and that's what we're going to be looking at. We are going to do more of the calendar album on February the 4th, but I wanted to demonstrate tonight how I get started, how I decide on what pictures I'm going to use and what layouts and kits and papers and all of those decisions that you make before you start a project. And so that's what we're going to take a look at tonight together. And I'm excited that you're here. And as you're hopping on, I hope that you will say hi and let us know where you're joining from, because it's so much fun to see how many people are joining and where you are in the world. So please say hi and let us know where you're joining from. Just one thing I wanted to remind you of, we did have a new product release this week. We do that twice a month, and this was the second release of the month. And so if you are like me and you love our secret boxes, this is secret box number 1. It is here this week. And if you look at the artwork here, if you look at the colors and the designs in this artwork, like the birds and the feathers and that wonderful soft yellow in the artwork here, and the blue, I see songbird blue, I see the canary yellow, and maybe some pumpkin. I'm not sure what color orange that is. No. It's our, what is our orange color of cardstock? It's not pumpkin. That's one of my favorites, but hold on. I always have a little challenge. I challenge myself every Wednesday. Tangerine. I see a tangerine color in that artwork there. So I see some tangerine. I see some canary. I see some songbird blue at the top. So this gives you a clue of the color palette and the designs and the theme of the secret box. And I know that sometimes it's really hard to buy a product that you don't know what's in it. But it's also kind of fun too, because, you know, it's like a Christmas present and you get to be surprised and you get to open it the Friday before the virtual crop. So the Friday before the February virtual crop is when we will open this one together, and we will see what is in this secret box. There's always, and I'm trying to get to the email here. Last year there was a border cartridge. That was the special prize or gift or punch in every secret box last year. And I want to see if there's maybe a clue this year. So I'm trying to get to that email here that they send the advisors. Here we go. To let you know maybe a little bit about what's in the box. And always, I purchase the box. So if you want a preview, if you want to see it before you buy it, just send me an email and let me know, and I will send you pictures as soon as I get my box. Okay, so I found the clues for this secret box. It is a mystery lineup of products with a highly requested theme. So these are items that people have requested. You are going to get a brand new border and frame punch. Okay, so one of our border punches that is not only a border punch, but is a frame. So it's a dual punch in one punch. So it's going to be a border and a frame. I love that. We haven't had a frame punch in a long time. Plus, if you buy it now, you get that 10% off. Okay, awesome. And if you buy all 4 of them, then you have the option to buy the 5th box that is exclusive to only people that bought boxes 1 through 4. And that'll be in December, just like they did last year. Okay, do you want a hint of what's in the box? Because I'll give you a hint, but you can't tell anybody, okay? There is a paper pack. There is a specialty paper pack. There are embellishments. There's stickers. There's a border and frame punch like we just talked about. And a tool. One tool. Oh no, that's saying the border and frame punch is one tool that makes both borders and frames. Never mind. Okay. And then a project guidebook and a postcard with the QR code. So if you've purchased any of the boxes last year, the only thing different now in this secret box number 1 of 2026 is that border frame punch. Because last year it was all border cartridges for our border cartridge system. So this box, I don't know if this is going to be the same for all 4 boxes this year, but this one, the first one, you're going to get that border punch that is also a frame punch. So it's a dual punch. Okay, so that's what's in it. And remember, look at the artwork and the birds and the feathers and the clouds, and that's what you're going to see. Those are the patterns that you're going to see in the secret box. I can't wait to get mine. And like I said, if you would like me to send you a picture, I will definitely do that, because you can get this box with all these exclusive products for 10% off. And that's in the first 2 weeks. I say that it may be the first, it's until it starts January 26th and while supplies last. So it's 10% off while the supplies last. And sometimes these secret boxes go pretty fast. So if you go out to my website and you see that it goes into hot status, then that means it's the quantity is low. And if you're on the fence and want one, you better grab one then. So I'm going to check right now. I don't think it's gone into hot status yet. Nope, I don't see any hot status on the website yet. It is $65.50. And like I said, that is 10% off, because that regular price is $73. Okay, so just wanted to let you guys know that is available now, the first one of the year. And I'm going to jump over here because I see some people jumping on it and saying hi. Hello, Janice, and hello, Monica. Great to see you guys. Thanks for watching and saying hi. All right, so I am going to jump over now to my table, and we're going to take a look at our project for tonight. Let me turn my camera on here and turn my camera off here. There we go. So this is my calendar album, my 2025 calendar album. I have started a little bit on putting this together, but not any of the page layouts just yet. But I wanted to talk tonight about how to decide on pictures and what you're going to put in your album. I've seen a lot of posts lately that ask that question. How do you decide what you're going to put in your albums? Because some ladies are so overwhelmed. They have thousands of pictures on their phone and they don't know which ones to include in their album. And I try to help them by saying, just include the ones that are your favorites. And I know, I know that's hard to do. I know that's hard to select your favorites. But maybe this method will help you to narrow it down and reduce the amount of pictures that you're putting in your scrapbook. So I have my pages already set up, I guess, or ready to go in my album. And I think that's part of how to limit the number of pictures that you put in an album. if you go ahead and decide, okay, in my calendar album, I want to have my first page of the month be the calendar. And that's what I have here. And then you just say, okay, I'm just going to do 1 or 2 two-page layouts per month. Okay, so that's going to help you limit the number of pictures in your album. And that's what I've done. Right now I have two-page layouts, but then I have an extra couple pages in January, which I may not end up using because I think I only have enough pictures for 1, maybe 2 page layouts. I think that's all I have enough for January. I didn't take a whole lot of pictures in January 2025. So that's all I have to put in here. Now, what I did was I used the Noteworthy, oh gosh, it's called Noteworthy, man, no, too many collections running through my brain right now. Noteworthy. Okay, that's it. Noteworthy. Okay, that was the name of the collection. Noteworthy. Okay, I thought there was 2 words to it. So I used the Noteworthy collection. That was the collection that came out in 25. That is the year-long collection. And so I decided I'm going to take the kit that comes out every month and I'm going to pre-make it, put it in the album for that month, and that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so that helped me to also limit the number of pictures that I'm using per month. So I have my kit page ready for January. I have my pictures printed for January. And so I'm going to crop the pictures and see how many I can fit on this 2-page layout. And then what doesn't fit on this 2-page layout, I'm going to put on this one. These are the 2 that I have ready for January with the theme of January. So I know that I'm just going to do 2-page layouts for January. And that's how I've started to limit the number of pictures that I print out and use in my album. Now, I also have my calendar pages, so I do like to put some on the calendar grid as well. So I've got the 2-page layouts and a 1-page layout ready to go and put pictures on. And once I fill those up, then I'm done with January. Now, if you find that you have a few left and you want to add them and they're not enough for a 2 or 1-page layout, then you can always use a peekaboo pocket. I like to use our 6x12 peekaboo pockets right down the center and add those extra pictures right in that peekaboo pocket. All right, so let's do that. Let's trim the photos with the photo trimmer and see what we have room for on our 2-page layouts. And the theme of my 2-page layout is New Year's Eve. And we don't go to any kind of party on New Year's Eve. So the party is just going to be whatever I took pictures of those days, those first days in January. That's what's going to be my, that's what's going to go in my layout. Like I said, we don't go to a party or anything. But I'm still going to use this kit. I still like the kit. I love the colors and I love the theme of it. And you know what? Our party is our dog with snow on her nose. That's our party. All right. So let me grab a couple more of these pictures. I'm going to trim them out. Just see what I have here. I have a few places for landscape. I have a few places for portrait. Now, I'm just giving you kind of a sneak peek of how to start an album, but I am offering a class. I haven't finalized it. I haven't decided on a date yet, but I am going to be offering a class on starting your next album, and we're going to go step by step on printing your pictures and deciding on your album and everything. And this is for seasoned scrapbookers. This is for new scrapbookers, for everyone. How do we get started? How do we decide? And I love for seasoned scrapbookers to attend, because then you can also contribute to your method, your way of scrapbooking, and how you get started. So stay tuned. I'm still putting this together. I have my scrapbooking weekend this weekend, so I'm not starting any new projects yet, but I did want to give you that sneak peek of what is coming up soon on how to get started on your projects. And look at that. That's going to fit right there. You know, we've talked about many times at our Wednesday night lives, pre-making pages can be a little scary, because the traditional way to scrapbook is to start with the pictures. But even pre-making a page, they always work out. They always fit. You always have the right pictures, and they're always going to look great. It just does. It really does. It gives me a freedom when I pre-make my page. I feel like I'm not defined by the picture. I'm just being creative on making the page. And I tell you, I've really gotten used to, and I really like pre-making pages with you guys on Wednesday nights, and then having those pages ready for my pictures. And that's exactly what is happening tonight. So I've just filled in all of these spots here that have a photo mat. I can see if I have something small to fit here, still have room here and here. So lots of pictures on our pages. And these kits are so easy to make because they have the cutting guide on the back of the page. So you just follow the cutting guide lines to cut out your pages, and then you just put them all together according to the picture. All right, I'm going to turn this way here. There we go. All right, we're just going to trim these last ones up. I want to have these all trimmed before we decide, have a final decision, because I do like to put the ones that are the same event together on the same page. So I just want to see how this all lays out. And I may have enough here to fit these 2 pages. All right. And I'm going to grab a few of these little guys here. This little man who's making his, not Legos. These are, what are the building blocks called that look like a log cabin? Help me with the words tonight, ladies. What are those words? What are those? Oh, it's going to say right here. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have it on the box. What are those? What are those logs called that we were making this house with? It just left my brain. All I can think of is Legos, because my grandkids are so into Legos. Ah! It's on the tip of my tongue. I know I'm going to look in the chat and you guys are going to have it. I know you are, because you guys are so helpful with that, with words for me. Lincoln Logs. There we go. It came to me. Lincoln Logs. Okay. Just a couple more here. I'm going to get these trimmed up, and then we're going to lay these out, and you're going to see how great and how easy it is to add your pictures to pre-made layouts. But like I said, that's one way that I limit the number of pictures in an album. That's how I decide what picture is going to go in my album. Because I take tons of pictures too, and I want to get the right picture. But when I'm printing them out, it takes a minute. You have to go through each picture on your phone, decide which ones you like, upload them to the site that you're going to print them out, and then go through them on the site that you're going to print them out and make sure that they are the right ratio, so everything is going to show up in the picture. So there's several steps before you start scrapbooking, and I know that can be overwhelming, but just start with 1 month. Just start with 1 month. Do 1 month at a time. And then you'll get the feel of what you use and what you don't use. Okay, so there's a lot of these Lincoln Logs pictures. So I'm going to put that on the second layout, and all of these go together. Okay, so I think I'm good. Okay, so I just need another place for this one here. And how do I want to do this? Do I want this one? Yeah, can you imagine? This is January 4, 2025, and we had this big snowstorm, which is what we're going through right now on January 28. We just had a snowstorm. So these pictures could be from this weekend, because he was doing the same exact thing this weekend, digging us out of the snow in his yellow snowsuit. Okay, so I'm going to just take that one down to a smaller size. There we go. And I'm going to fit it right there. And I still get the same, I still get everything I want out of that picture. Even though I took a lot off of it, I still see trees, I still see snow, I see him. So I get the theme of that picture. Okay. I'm going to leave these up like this at the top, because I may put some journaling here, or I may come up with another picture and I'd have a nice little space right here. I guess I could put this one, but I want to put this one over here next to this one. This side is all the snow at our house. Here's the dog at the house, the dogs, and then my granddaughter ice skating. All right. So this is great. This all worked out for this 2-page layout, this pre-made layout. Let's get these down real quick, because we've got our mats. We've got everything we need here. And this is a great way to limit what you take when you go to a crop. Just seeing if I wanted to maybe cut that one in half, but I'll just leave it like this. If you pre-make your pages and get them in your album, then all you have to do is take your pictures with you and adhesive, and maybe, you know, some stickers if you want to decorate more, maybe some lined paper for your journaling. But you can really scale down how much you take with you if you pre-make your pages. If you do some planning, you have your pictures all ready to go, your pre-made pages. There we go. One more picture and we're done with this 2-page layout. And they match. You know, these colors look great with these pictures. All right. So here we go then for our second layout in January. And I'm going to use my corner rounder, because that's what I did in my layout. So let's corner round our photos so they match the, I'm going to have to trim that one a little bit. So they match the photo mats. Okay. Yep, I'm going to have to trim them down a little bit. That's fine. No problem. Ooh, I'm going to try and get these all on this page, I think. So I'm going to have to trim this one down a lot, because I have Lincoln Logs. I have 50 million pictures of the Lincoln Logs. The Lincoln Log boy. Okay, so I think that one will go. Look at there and there. I like this one, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do this one. It may have to go across these, but that's fine. That looks just fine. And then I may have to trim some of these down. And this looks similar. So sometimes I'll look at pictures, and I did print them both out. That's the same picture. I mean, he moved maybe a millimeter between those two pictures. So I take a deep breath and I throw that one away. It's the same. Move on. Okay, so there's that little house that we made. And somehow that's going to land there and there. Okay, so I do need to do some trimming. But these are all going to be wonderful. I'm going to do just a little bit. Do small trimming so you don't trim too much. I like to have just that outline of, I'm going to do a little more, just that outline of photo mat around the edge. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, and I need to trim this one because it's the same width as the mat right now. So what I do is I just look at the picture and which side can I trim that I have a lot of the same in the picture. And it's, to me, it's this side because of the tree, the snow. I can trim a little bit of that off. I don't have a lot of edge or room on this side. So I'm going to start small and I'm going to trim this a little. And then we can check it. I'm going to do just a little bit more. Okay, that should be fine. Just have to re-corner the edges. There we go. That looks great. All right. Now, this one. I don't have another portrait that's this size, and that's fine because all I want is their faces and their scarves, and I think I want it to go right there. So it's fine. We're gonna chop it, but it's gonna be so cute. We're gonna chop it. We're gonna round it. We're gonna see if that's what we wanted. Oh, we gotta trim it off the width. I'm gonna trim just a little on this side because I have an extra space on that side. And I just do a little at a time. And I think I'll leave it like that. There's just a little around the edge, but that's okay. I like that. Okay, so there is my left side of my layout. There we go. Now, let's get the right side done, and then we will put everything down. All right, so I'm going to put this aside for right now. That's a little bit of a challenge. Probably going to be here. It's going to cover these two, but it's going to look great. Now, we need this one, I think, right here. So I've got a little bit that I need to take off on this side. So just eyeball it. And like I said, I start small so I don't take too much off. I think that's good. Okay, I think that we're going to stop right there. And this one, I may just do the top two corners rounded so that it matches this mat, like so. Now sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Now we have a little bit of space underneath, but that's fine because then I can put journaling sticker right here and put a date, put a little saying, put a little cute little thing right here. So it's fine that this picture is smaller than the mat. Gives us some space for some fun journaling underneath it. All right, so we're going to round the corners on this one. And we're going to round the corners on this one. I'm not sure if we're going to need to trim this one here. Let's check. Nope, that's going to be just fine. Perfect. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. We're just going to round this one, the bottom two corners, so that it matches this mat. The mat is square here and rounded on the bottom. So there we go. All right, so then we had this bigger picture. And I don't have any landscape on this page. But I have a lot of space over here on the side, so I can trim a lot of that off. So let's do that first. I'm going to trim up to about here. Let's try that first. And let's check it. Let's see where we want to put it. I was thinking, oh, let's get this off here. I was thinking right here, and then we have the blue and the green underneath it. Okay, so I'm going to trim just a little bit more on each side. I've got a little bit of space that I can get rid of here. And there. All right. All right, I'm going to round the corners, all 4 of them. It's not going to fit perfectly. It's not going to be a picture that fits in here and fits in here. But how fun that I have a photo mat. The picture is a little bit outside that. That's different. And then I have some photo mat at the top and the bottom. How fun does that look? It's different. It doesn't always have to be exactly the same for each picture. It can be a little different. And that gives the layout some fun. All right. So I've just used now all of the pictures that I have. I think all of the pictures I have for January. I've used them up in 2 2-page layouts. Different themes. I did keep the themes together on a page. So this is all my Lincoln logs. This is all my playing in the snow. And then on the previous page, the same thing. The theme is the same on each page. Doesn't have to be. I've done many pages where I do a collage and it's a variety of themes. If I have one picture, random pictures, then I will create a collage and put them together on the same page. And that's fun too. That's a great time to use the write-on stickers, and then you put the journaling on top of the picture to say what each one is in your collage. So lots of great ideas. There we go. And you don't have to have every single picture from an event. Pick out your favorites and use those. And it tells the story of that event. You just want to squeeze their little faces. All right. So playing in the snow. Okay, so those are down. That was only 3 pictures. Playing in the snow. I may be able to find, something to put up here in this photo mat, but if I don't, I can always decorate with a die cut or a sticker or a fun title or something else there. Or I can leave it just like that because that decorative paper looks awesome there. And then on this side, I have a title here right now. And I'm going to create something that says Lincoln Logs. And I don't know if I'll put it down here or if I'll put it at the top here. But I definitely have some journaling that I can do for this page. And I've got plenty of places to put it. I've got a little bit of space that I could add some additional pictures if I wanted to. But I got 5 pictures on this page. And it tells the story of making the Lincoln Logs and then destroying them with your monster truck. That is the story of this layout. And then our first layout that we did is our January party. Here's the party. all the snow that we're trying to dig our way out of, the dogs having some fun and staying warm, and then my granddaughter doing some ice skating. So I really enjoy it. Enjoy having pre-made pages, and I am getting ready for my retreat this weekend. So I may see some of you that are watching tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. And this is the album I'm going to be bringing because I'm going to be making all of the kits that are from the Noteworthy. I think it's Noteworthy Days. Maybe that's what I was stumping me. I think it's Noteworthy Days. So I'm going to pre-make the kits to Noteworthy Days, and I'm going to add those in for each month in my calendar album. And then on February 4, we're going to be ready to have some fun and talk about how you can make your calendar album beautiful too. And there's always more than one way to make an album. This is my method. So, you can take what I say and fit it to how you like to scrapbook, because that's how you should scrapbook. Is whatever brings you joy is how you should scrapbook. Hello, Monica. Thank you for saying hi. I would love for you guys to say hi and let me know where you're joining from. I love seeing how many different states that we are in on a Wednesday night. And I know that some of us going through some pretty bad storms. So I hope that if you are in one of those areas that you are staying warm and maybe getting some scrapbooking done while you're staying warm. All right. Well, that is it for me tonight, ladies. I so appreciate you guys watching and commenting and subscribing and following me. I appreciate all your support of my small business. And I will see you again next Wednesday. Oh, and next Wednesday is February 4th. So it is a good time for me to work on my calendar album this weekend, because I have to have it ready for next Wednesday so we can get going on our calendar albums. I'm excited. My plan is to try and do a page in my 25 so I can get caught up, and then also in my 26 so I can stay current. So you'll see me creating a page for a 12 by 12 layout, and you'll see me creating pages for my 6 3/4 by 10, which is my scrap journal. This is the one that I'm using for my 2026 calendar album. So come and join us next Wednesday for all of that fun. Also, don't forget, my next Friday night virtual crop is Friday, February 27th. Normally, it would have been the 13th, which is the weekend of Creative Memories Virtual Crop, but I am actually going to be in Dallas for a couple weeks. So I won't be having a Friday night virtual crop that second weekend of February. I will be out of town. But please be sure and stay current with your sketches and get those created and pictures taken and posted to the Creative Memories Virtual Crop group so that you can be in the running at the end of this year for that $200 prize. That's always fun. And it's just a great way to pre-make some pages, put them in your album, and have them ready for pictures. Another great opportunity to scrapbook with some friends and have some dedicated time to work on some pages. So it's a win-win. We just have so much fun at the Friday night virtual crops. I just love those ladies to pieces. We've been scrapbooking for 2 years, probably going on 3 years together. And it's just a real blessing. And we'd love to welcome anyone who'd like to come and join and have some dedicated time, meet some new people, and get some pages done in your album. All right. Well, I think that is it then for me tonight. I'm looking forward to next Wednesday. You guys stay warm and stay safe. And I will see 29 of you guys at my scrapbooking retreat starting tomorrow at the Hilton Garden Inn in Beaver Creek. I am so looking forward to some time to get these albums ready to go. All right. Good night, ladies. Thanks so much.